ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिक्षीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रगवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरः ॐ ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां श्रीकण्ठाराध्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां सदाशिवं शिवां स्कन्दं केशवं पद्मसम्भवं नन्दीश्वरं कुम्भयोनिं भरद्वाजात्रिगौतमान् नमोऽस्तु गुरवे नित्यं श्रीकण्ठशिवयोगिने श्रुतिसारशिवविशिष्टाद्वैत परभाष्यविदायिने जगद्गुरु श्रीरेणुकाचार्य मङ्गलं देहि प्रभो दधीचिमुपमन्युञ्च मार्कण्डेयं पराशरं श्वेताचार्यं तच्छिष्यं नीलकण्ठशिवाह्वयम् जगद्गुरु श्रीकण्ठाराध्या रेणुकाराध्या मङ्गलं देहि प्रभो. So 2 weeks back we saw about the conversation between Vyasacharya and Arjuna. So where Vyasacharya explains about the divine features, because Arjuna is totally confused on who was the personality who was helping him and Krishna in the war, and he questions Vyasa Maharshi on about that personality who was helping him in the war, and Vyasacharya enlightens Arjuna by describing it was none other than Mahadeva who was favoring him and Krishna in the war. And then he goes on to describe the various attributes and characteristics of Lord Shiva and various leelas of Lord Shiva. So last week we ended with the verse Hiranyabahave Rajan Ugraya Pataye Disham. We saw how all the verses that Vyasa Maharshi describes to Arjuna, it exactly matches with what is there in Rudram. Hiranyabahave, the one who has golden hands, and Disham cha Pataye, he is the lord of all the four directions, and this connects verily with the second anuvakam of Rudram. Namo Hiranyabahave senanye Disham cha Pataye namo namo. O Mahadeva, who is the lord of all the four directions, north, east, south and west, and also whose hands are golden in complexion. He is the only personality who is described as golden in complexion. And then from there, continuing, Parjanyapataye chaiva bhutanam pataye namaha vrikshanam pataye chaiva gavam chapataye namaha. Parjanya, which means the clouds. So in Vamana Purana, speaking of this, Parjanya Pataye, he is the lord of clouds. Vamana Puranam, 1st canto, 6th chapter, 78th verse, describes the name of Lord Shiva as Jimuta Vahana. Brahma and Vishnu attribute the word Jimuta Vahana to Lord Shiva. So which means, O Mahadeva, one who is riding on the clouds, one who has the clouds as your vehicle. So this verily connects with the various things. In Linga Mahapurana, 1st canto, 72nd chapter, 174th and 175th verse, Vishnu, after the Devatas do terrible penance to Lord Shiva to destroy the Tripurasuras, Mahadeva and Parashakti appear in front of them. And then Vishnu says, Vahanatvam taveshana nityamihe prasidame tvayi bhaktim cha devesha devadeva namostute samartyam cha sada mahyam bhavantam vodumishwaram sarvajnatvam cha varada sarvagatvam cha shankara. O Mahadeva, I want to be your eternal vehicle, O Lord Shiva. Mahadeva, this is what I aspire. Vishnu says to Lord Shiva, I perpetually desire to be your vehicle. And then, and I also wish for omniscience and all pervasiveness. O Mahadeva, please grant that. And my devotion to you should be eternal. So this is what Vishnu requests. And that's why you see many places where Vishnu comes as a vehicle for Lord Shiva. In the Tripurasura Vadam also Vishnu comes as a vehicle, and also Vishnu sometimes appears as the clouds, and Mahadeva is described as Jimuta Vahana, where he has the clouds as his vehicle. And also you see in the Mahanarayana Upanishad, where Lord Shiva is beautifully described as Neelatoyadamadhyastad Vidyullekeva Bhasvara, when Parashakti and Paramashiva appear, it is like having the, Parashakti is compared to the blue clouds, and Paramashiva is described as the lightning. So when Parashakti and Paramashiva appear, when they appeared in front of Upamanyu, it was like, actually Upamanyu experienced, it was like seeing the lightning in the midst of the blue clouds. That's how he is described. So he is the Lord of clouds. That's how he is described as. Parjanya pataye chaiva. Bhutanam pataye namaha. Bhuta means the jivas, jivatmas, living beings, which includes everybody: reptiles, mammals, humans, and devatas, danavas, Brahma, Vishnu, Indra, everybody. So Bhutanam, Ishanak Sarva Vidyanam, Ishwarak Sarva Bhutanam. He is the Lord of all the jivatmas. Vrikshanam pataye chaiva gavam cha pataye namaha. He is the Lord of all the trees. Vrikshebhyo harikeshebhyah pashunam pataye namo namak. Rudram says he is the Lord of all the trees. Gavam cha pataye namaha. Gava means the cows, the cattle. So he is described in the Vedas. Yah pranato nimishato mahitvaika idraja jagato bhabhuva ya ishe asya dvipadas chatushpadaha kasmai devaya havisha videma. He is the Lord of the two-footed and the four-footed. The two-footed are the humans, the four-footed are the animals. So he is the Lord of everybody, and he is also the Lord of the cows and the cattle. So that's why Gavam Chapataye Namaha. Vrikshair Avritakayaya Senanye Madhyamaya Cha Survahastaya Devaya Danvine Bhargavaya Cha. So he is the Lord of cattle, and then Senanye. He is the Lord of Sena. The whenever like people go for battle, there is a Senapati, commander in chief. And he is described, Lord Shiva is described as the pati of all the, the armies. So saying, Namo Hiranyabhagave Senanye, Disham Chapataye Namo Namo Senapati. He is the Lord of all the armies on both the sides who are battling with each other. And Sruvahastaya Devaya Dhanvine Bhargavaya Cha. He is an expert in archery. In the very beginning of Rudram itself, Lord Shiva's hands and Lord Shiva's quiver and Lord Shiva's arrows and Lord Shiva's bow is glorified. Namaste Rudramanyava Uto Taishave Namaham Namaste Astu Dhanvane. Dhanva means actually the bow. And also the arrows and the arms of Lord Shiva are also glorified. Obeisances to the arrows and the bows and the hands and the quiver, O Lord Shiva. Bahurupaya Vishwasya Pataye Munjavasase Sagasra Shirase Chaiva Sagasra Nayanaya Cha. Bahurupaya, he has various forms. Ardhanarishwara, Sharabeshwara, Kalyana Sundara Murti, Parvati Parameshwara, and then Panchamukha Parameshwara along with Uma sitting on the left lap, and then Lingodbhava Murti, various forms, specific forms of Lord Shiva, which alone leads one to liberation. Vishwasya Pataye, he is the Lord of the universe. Vishwapati, Vishvatmanam, Vishwasrijam, Vishwamurtim, Yashasvinam. That's how he was described before. In the previous class, we saw Vyasa Maharshi described him as Vishvatmanam. He is the Antaryami of the entire universe. Vishwasrijam, he is the creator of the universe. And then Vishwamurtim, he himself is present as the universe. Advaitam, Dvaitam, Vishishtadvaitam, everything comes. But by correlating everything, Vishishtadvaitam, Shiva Vishishtadvaitam alone will make sense. So Vishwasya Pataye, you are the Lord of the universe, O Mahadeva. Munjavasase Sagasra Shirase Chaiva Sagasra Nayanayata. Sagasra Bahave Chaiva Sagasra Charanayata. Purusha Suktam starts off by saying Sagasra Shirishak Purushaha Sagasrakshat Sagasrapat. Oh Mahadeva, you are 1,000-eyed and 1,000. You have 1,000 legs. 1,000 means not 1,000, because Mahadeva has thousands and thousands of legs and thousands of hands, which even Vedas cannot count. Vishvatas chakshuruta vishvato mukho. The entire universe is present as his hands, and the entire universe is present as his legs and eyes and face. Hmm? Shvetashvatara Upanishad describes third chapter. So, like that, here the Sagasra Charana, Sagasra Bahave, those terms, the Vedic terms, are used by Vyasa in glorifying Lord Shiva to Arjuna. And then he says, Sharanam Gacha Kaunteya Varadam Bhuvaneshwaram. Sharanam Gacha, go and surrender to that Bhuvaneshwara, Bhuvana Ishwara, the Lord of the Bhuvana, the Lord of the earth. Sharanam Gacha, go and surrender to him. O Kaunteya, O Arjuna, Varadam Bhuvaneshwaram, he is the giver of boons. Umapatim Virupaksham Daksha Yajna Nibarhanam. Very beautiful words. Umapatim. So, Uma, again, the word Uma is used very often in the Upanishads and the Vedas and also in the Puranas for Parashakti. Namas Somaya cha Rudraya cha Namaks Tamraya cha Runaya cha. Eitanuvakam. Soma. O Parashakti and Paramashiva together. Rudram Eitanuvakam says. And then Rigvedam says, Somah Pavate Janitamatinam. O Parashakti and Paramashiva, you beget everybody, including Indra, Brahma, Vishnu, and Agni and Surya, etc. Kaivalya Upanishad, Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum. The one who is eternally with Parashakti. Meditate on that personality who is eternally with Parashakti, who is three-eyed, who is Nilakanta, who is blue-throated, and who is beyond the three modes of material nature, who is Parama Ishvara, who is the supreme Ishvara. Meditate on him to get liberated. Namo Hiranyabahave. Namo Hiranyabahave Hiranyavarnaya Hiranyarupaya Hiranyapataye Mbikapataya Umapataye Pashupataye Namo Namaha. Umapati, Pashupati, Ambikapati, the Vedas itself glorifies. And then finally, in the Kena Upanishad, 3rd chapter, 12th verse, Parashakti comes as Brahma Vidya Devi, Umam Haimavati. That the daughter of the mountains comes as the Guru, to preach about Lord Shiva, to preach about Shiva Tattva. She comes as Guru, and then she gives the knowledge of the Supreme Reality Maheshwara, Uma Mahimavatim. So Uma, here Vyasa addresses him, Mahadeva's Umapati, Virupaksham, Ridagam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupam Namamyaham. This is how Mahadeva and Parashakti are present in the heart of all the living entities. Virupaksham, he is three-eyed, very specific epithet for Lord Shiva. Apavitraha pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yaksmared vai virupaksham sabhahyabhyantarakshuchihi. Meditate on that Virupaksha to get cleansed of all the sins that you do inside and outside. Bahya Antara. Karanagamam, 3rd chapter, 12th verse. And Daksha Yajna Nibarhanam, the one who destroyed Daksha Yajna. Now, Daksha Yajnam is present in all the Puranas and even in Mahabharata. It's not an ordinary thing. Daksha Yajnam is spoken of in the Mahabharata Shanti Parva, 284th and 285th chapter. Linga Mahapurana, again, it is spoken of in the 1st canto, 35th and 36th chapter. Shiva Purana, Skanda Purana, Varaha Purana, Vamana Purana. Everywhere it is present. The Daksha Yajna, Mahadeva's partial Amsha, Veerabhadra. Now, Veerabhadra is a Shiva Gana. He is not Shiva himself. So, Veerabhadra himself came and then he destroyed the entire sacrifice, including Brahma, Vishnu, and Indra. He swallowed, when Vishnu tried to attack Veerabhadra with the Sudarshana, he swallowed the Sudarshana. The Sudarshana weapon itself is given by Lord Shiva to Vishnu. Vishnu did not realize that, and he went to the extent of even attacking a Shiva Gana, and Veerabhadra swallowed the Sudarshana. And then, speaking of this in Vamana Puranam, it says, Pulastya Uvacha, Jatadaram Harir Drishtva Krodadarakta Lochanam Tasmat Sthanat Apakramya Kubjamrentar Hitakstitaha. And Vamana Puranam, 1st canto, 5th chapter, 1st verse, says that, where when Lord Shiva decided to come to the battle of Daksha Yajnam, Vishnu, he actually he got afraid when Mahadeva, he knew that Mahadeva is coming to the battle, and then he concealed himself. He went to the place called Kubjamra, and then he hid himself. So that was the prowess of Mahadeva and Veerabhadra. Veerabhadra, who is a Shiva Gana. Even Vishnu or Brahma couldn't face the wrath of Veerabhadra. Narayana and Brahma couldn't face the wrath of Veerabhadra. So Veerabhadra was a Shiva Gana. Again, he had like what to speak of. If Shiva himself had to come to the battle, we can just imagine what to speak of Shiva's prowess. If Veerabhadra's prowess itself was not, withstood by Brahma and Vishnu, what to speak of Mahadeva himself. So this story of Daksha Yajna is present in all over the Puranas. That's why Mahadeva is attributed the name Daksha Yajna Nibarhanam, one who is destroyed the Daksha Yajna. So whatever the Shiva Ganas do, that credits also go to Mahadeva. So even though Veerabhadra had destroyed the sacrifice, Veerabhadra being a Shiva Gana and the son of Lord Shiva, that credits all go to Lord Shiva only. Lord Shiva is the only praiseworthy personality. And Veerabhadra himself comes from one of the Jata, that is the one of the Pingala Jata, one of the golden lockets of Mahadeva, and then he destroyed the Daksha Yajna, including Brahma and Vishnu. So speaking of this, and then Prajanam Patim Avyagram Bhutanam Patim Avyayam Prajanam Patim Avyagram Bhutanam Patim Avyayam. Avyayam means he is imperishable. Anantam Avyayam Kavigum Samudrentam Vishvashambhuvam. He is infinite. Mahadeva as a personality, he is infinite in nature. And then Avyayam, he is imperishable. We are all perishable, but he is imperishable. Kavigum, he is the knower of everything. There is nothing that is not known to Mahadeva. He is omnipresent. And then Samudrentam Vishvashambhuvam. That's what the Vedas say. So here also Bhutanam Patim Avyayam. The word Avyayam is used in the Vedas for Lord Shiva. Even in the Kaivalya Upanishad it says Krit Pundarikam Virajam Vishuddham Vichintya Madhye Vishadam Vishokam Achintyam Avyaktam Anantarupam Shivam Prashantam Amritam Brahmayonim Tam Adi Madhya Anta Vihinamekam Vibhum Chidanandarupam Arupam Adbhutam. So this word Anantam, Avyayam, and also Vibhum. So these kind of words are very specifically used for Lord Shiva in the Vedas and Upanishads. Kapardinam Vrishavartam. Kapardinam. Kapardi is a very specific word used again for Lord Shiva. 5 times it comes in Rudram. He has the matted locks of golden matted locks of hair. Pingala Jata. Jwalantam Pingala Jata. His form is golden, his hair is golden, his eyes are golden, his teeth is golden. Everything is golden when speaking of Mahadeva. That's how the Vedas glorify, and he's the only personality who is described as golden in complexion, golden or white in complexion.